Hi guys, Adam Paul Seagram here, psychic spiritual surfer. That's going to be my new name, new moniker on here on YouTube. Some kind of psychic spiritual surfer. I'm a surfer. We're here to surf the waves of life, and I'm here to talk about Lahaina. I lived in Maui for many years, quite a few years, over a decade. I'd always wanted to live in Hawaii because I'd visited there frequently. For many, many years, Hawaii, the state of Hawaii. My best friend lived in Oahu, and I lived in Los Angeles, so I could get easy, quick flights. Every time I'd finish a big art project, a mural job, commission, maybe 2-3 times a year, I would hop a plane and take a quick flight. And in those days, it was easier because there wasn't much on the ground time. What was about 4.5 hours is now more like 6. In any case, because of all the security and all that stuff. But in any case, I went frequently, and I would hike in the lush forest. I would surf the waves in the ocean, and I would travel to outer islands and take the helicopter rides and do all the celebrate Hawaii in every way. And it was my passion to be there and live there. And excuse me, at some point, of course, the universe offered me the perfect opportunity, and I grabbed on it. I was hired as a muralist for a hotel chain. And it came to me, literally, and I had a list of the things I wanted to manifest in my life, and one of them is to live in Hawaii and be able to buy my own home and have a great, abundant income. And I listed the things on my list, and as an affirmative prayer, I read it out loud for about maybe 3 months. Like, I am able to live in Hawaii, I have the perfect work, I have the perfect home, I'm able to buy my own home, I live an abundant life, I'm treated in first-class style, which is what the hotels did. They put me up whenever I was on property to do work, and they fed me, and they gave me a car, everything I needed, and fly back to U.S., to the mainland, to service my clients whenever I wanted to. So I was able to manifest the ways and means to purchase a house from when I started out, I had no money, not much money at that time, because I just lost my house to a fire in Malibu. In any case, where I was renting at the time, right after a recession where I'd sold my house. So I went from sort of quick change from poverty to riches in less than a year, because I trusted Spirit, and I just affirmed what I desired as an affirmative prayer every day. And I read it out loud 3 times a day, and I totally believed in it. And even after I began to manifest the work in Hawaii, I continued to read my list because I also wanted a partner. And on the bottom of that list, that partner came as well. In not too long. As soon as I got everything else put together, that happened also. And I lived a beautiful life there, and I got to experience my passion and my dreams in learning about Aloha spirit and the culture of Hawaii, and going to the Mary Mauna Kula festivals, and experiencing all the beauty of the nature, living where I didn't have to wear coats, and just experiencing the beauty every day. And at one time I had gone to Maui to visit, and my friends all said, go to Maui, it's just the best. And they say Maui hino ko'oi, which means Maui, nothing finer, no better. And it really is, and still is, and will be again. And however, when I tune in, so I felt the energy of the fires of Lahaina, and the pain of the people, and the suffering, and the enormous challenge that they're experienced with, because I lost my home in Malibu and with challenges as well. I understand when I tune in deeply, I'm so filled with, I can feel the pain and the suffering and the not knowing what to do and where to go and how to turn. And so it's hard for me just to focus on that. I just keep sending love and light, and know that the divine solutions for all the things that they require will come in divine timing, and that people will be able to start over again. My concern is that the commercialism and the big corporate buyouts won't allow them to buy their own homes again, and that's a big concern of mine. So we send prayers to all the people so that they're able to maintain their property, and I'm sure that the state will provide ways and means to build them homes at that'll be affordable for them and wonderful for them, so they can maintain their own autonomy and sovereignty as Hawaiian people, which is really, and be part of the land again, and the sky and the earth and the water, which is who they are and what they are, and that's what they live for. So know with me that Divine Mind is in charge of the healing of the island of Maui and its lovely people, and that there is unity and love and sharing and caring and help from all of the world, who I know is praying for them as we speak. And I know that if I could recover, they can too, and they will. And maybe I had it easier because I am what they call a haole, a Caucasian, and our culture isn't geared necessarily to those who are not. We know that. There's double standards. However, it is the United States of America, and we do our best to take care of our own. And inasmuch as they would like to have their own nation again, which I think is actually, I support that completely, because their lands were stolen from them in a military coup in the middle of the night. But I also know that the history, that if it wasn't the U.S., it would have been the British or the French who grabbed it. So I guess it's best that it ended up in the hands of the United States in that case. However, the world is evolving and changing, and with this shift that's happening now, we never know where we're going, because we're here to build a new earth, as the Hawaiian people are, and the people of Lahaina are challenged to do now. And I know they want to. They're very strong people, strong-willed, and they have so much aloha, which is the breath of God passing over the sea. So, one cannot help but feel that when we are there. When I commuted for many years back and forth to Hawaii, when I lived in Los Angeles, and I would note very quickly that the flights going over were noisy, crazed, party, wild. Everybody's going woohoo to Hawaii, which is but on flights coming back were silent, peaceful, serenity. And that's because everybody goes there to get a piece of aloha, which is the true Aina love of the land, of the Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, of the sea and the sun and the stars and the night, the stars and the rain and the sun and the land, and the sharing for all, which is what we're here to do on this planet. And I represent that. I like to be a representative of that wherever I go, and to have no prejudice, although I've experienced sometimes. But I didn't grow up with it. I grew up as my family had a small town movie theater. I saw movies every night. So we had no judgment about anything. We saw the whole world. And so grateful I didn't have any of those issues, let's just call it. I never even understood prejudice until I experienced some of my own. I didn't even get it for the longest time. I thought, that's what that's all about. Anyhow, it's time to let all that go. And I believe that the energy of this situation in Maui is causing every people to come together in unity, just like 9/11 did, caused the world to come together in compassion and the willingness to merge as one. So that's what I urge you all to do, and let's know that Creator's in charge of this, no matter what shows up, and that there's fairness and balance, that the new earth is beginning all over right there in Maui and Lahaina, and that fairness and justice and equality for all and abundance for all to share, and share the love, and to embrace one another. Jesus, the master teacher, said, love one another. I believe that's the missing link. It's time to practice that wherever you are, at all times. So with that in mind, join me in knowing that peace will come to earth, is on its way, and with this shift, nothing that isn't sustainable will fly. So only fairness and justice will prevail, and the lack of balance, anything hateful or fear-based, is not going to last. It can't last. Look what it's done. So love yourself, love others, love the earth. Let others be who they are. Shine the light on them, and just be as loving as you can, no matter what shows up. And I'm going to give thanks for that, and so it is. Have a beautiful day. You can contact me for private sessions anytime you like on Facebook at Adam Paul Seagram. And I help you. I'm a life coach and a master of manifesting, and I help you clear your blocks so we can look right over, identify them for what they are. They were taught to us when we were young. They're fear-based, they're limited-based. So we're unlimited beings. We are interdimensional beings, and we are here to surpass what it was given us and rise above it. And I can tell you how to do it in a couple sessions very quickly. So have a beautiful day and spread the aloha. Spread the aloha.